Welcome to the Bivo Joe, which is a crazy name for a podcast, but it means that there's a vocation behind people who are involved in ministry. And I want to just welcome Stretch, Slink, Erick.
We're here.
We're here. What's your? Do you remember when you got your nicknames?
So me and two of my buddies, we were actually headed to California. They were going to school down there, and I was just tagging along. Really, we were going to go down and fight a practice pin down there. And we're like, we need to come up with some nicknames. Mine's the only one that really kind of stuck.
Yeah.
But my buddy was like, he's like, you should be Slink, like Slinky, because you are tall and you slink like a Slinky.
And you bend funny.
Yeah.
You fall downstairs or what? Because, Slinkies go down the stairs. You ever watch that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to play with those when I was a little kid, too.
So you're on your way to a fighter practice? Is that what you said?
Yeah, like a bull riding practice.
Bull riding practice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, tell us. This is, I'm Joe Pearson, and I'm here with Erick
Schwindt.
Alias Stretch. Slink.
Slink, yeah.
Slink is a good name. And you are a bullfighter.
Correct.
You have a business on the side that you do bullfighting?
Yep. I'm a PRCA bullfighter, so Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association bullfighter.
Oh, boy.
I've been fighting bulls for close to 20 years now.
Well, that's an exciting thing.
Yeah.
20 years and you're still alive.
Yep.
So what's the difference between a bullfighter and a rodeo clown?
Well, back in the day, we were called both. Like rodeo clowns and bullfighters were the same person, because rodeo clowns, the bullfighters, a lot of them bullfighters back in the day, they had to tell jokes at rodeos too.
Right.
Well, nowadays you got a funny man, which is a rodeo clown, which tells the jokes, entertains the crowd. Bullfighters were there to protect the bull riders.
A little more serious.
Yep.
There's a serious side of it.
Yep. And it was serious for them guys back in the day too.
Sure.
But they also had to do double duty there too. we don't have to really. Like we have what our job is, and
you've been doing this how long?
About 20 years now. I started when I was 13.
13? You were...
I went to my first bullfighting school in Pasco, Washington when I was 13 years old.
Wow. So you kind of always wanted to do this.
Well, yeah. I grew up around rodeo. My brother rode bulls.
Okay.
When I was younger. I tried riding calves and steers, and I absolutely hated it. Did not like it whatsoever.
Okay.
And I just kind of hung out around rodeo and decided one of my good buddies, he was fighting bulls. My brother was riding bulls, and I was like, I want to try that. And so he kind of mentored me a little bit.
Sure.
And I went to that
school.
I went to a school from his name was Roddy Berry.
Okay.
And not Roddy Berry. I went to Danny Newman's school, and they're regular bullfighters, NFR bullfighters, really.
Wow.
But
so what does a day of school of bullfighting look like? You get in the ring and...
Yeah, there was supposed to be a lot more kids there, and there was two of us, and then it was either the first day or the second day. The other guy that was there, he got straight lined by a bull.
Oh, no.
And that bull hooked him and turned back because we went to go chase after him to get him to come off him. He kicked up over his head and stepped on his arm and broke his arm.
Oh,
and so it was a one-on-one between me and the teacher, and that was probably the best thing you could have, really. To be able to fight bulls with your instructor for the rest of the weekend. And it was fun.
And you didn't get scared and quit after seeing that?
No, that's one thing that...
you would rather be in front of a bull than on top of one?
I got control on my feet. When you're tied into them things, you don't have very much control.
That's true.
You do, but...
So you're a control freak.
I don't know about that. but being tied into them things, like you're tied into them things, and sometimes your hand don't come out very well.
I saw that. I watched it a lot.
Yeah.
And then the bullfighter has to help.
Correct.
Yeah.
But that's what I love doing it, and it's been my passion, honestly, for
that's
the
awesome.
last 20 years.
So you're 33?
I'll be 33 in January.
Okay, well, How long can a person be a bullfighter realistically? Is it like professional boxing or football, or when
Well,
you get past 40, is it time to slow down?
typically, yeah. I mean, you kind of want to go out on your own terms and not go out when people say you should have quit like 5 years ago. Like, so
One bull ago.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's one of those deals. It's kind of your own personal preference, really. But I mean, you want to go out on top of your
So
game.
you're in the ring. Have you ever? Well, I imagine you don't even know about how many lives you might have saved or injuries you've prevented.
Oh shoot,
It's hard to get quantify that.
Yep.
Have you ever been injured by a bull yourself?
Yes, a couple times. Nothing, I mean, too serious. I've been pretty fortunate fighting bulls. I've had a couple ones that have taken me out for a couple months.
Wow.
I used to freestyle bulls, which is a competition between a bullfighter and like a Mexican fighting bull.
Oh, really?
And it's a 70-second match. Well, I tried jumping one right out the gate, and he caught me and hooked me right in my lower abdomen and ripped my that muscle open.
Oh, dude.
And so it took me out for, I think I went and had surgery on it. It was probably start of October, and then I didn't come back until I think my first bullfight back was February of that following year.
Oh, how many years ago was this?
A
while ago.
Would have been 14, I think.
Okay.
2014.
Wow. So you're an experienced bullfighter, and you have a company that you go and you're hired by certain rodeos to provide the
Yep. So we
safety
get
for the
hired by
cowboys.
committees for the most part, really.
Sure.
I mean, there's some stock contractors that'll hire you.
Now you have a real job other than this too. I mean, you work year-round at a ranch, correct?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay. And what do you like about that?
It's kind of, I mean, it's fun because you do different stuff every day. I mean, sometimes you get stuck on one project for, I mean, days in, days out. But I mean, for the most part, you're always doing something different.
I
Whether
know.
you're mechanicking, building fence. I mean, you
Yep.
know it. You
I love
grew up
that
on a
part.
ranch.
I do. I
Right.
love that part because there's always something new and there's seasons. Every year's different. Everything's
Right.
always. You never get bored.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
No, and it's fun. I mean, and my bosses have been super great to me. I mean, they've worked with me with my rodeo and stuff like that, and they really kind of hired me on as part time 12 years ago, and I've yet to be part time. Honestly, like I've been pretty fortunate there, and they've taken real good care of me.
That's awesome. So now you're involved at church as a sound tech.
Yes.
And how'd you get involved in that and why?
Well, I started going to Shiloh Ranch when it was still at Brasada. Some of our good friends, they kind of invited us to go to that deal.
Okay.
And then when it moved over here, I was kind of one of those guys that kind of stayed in the back for a while, and then I kind of started working my way up in the chairs, whatever. And it's kind of funny. Me and Mary actually both started. She started on the worship team the same year I started working as a sound tech.
Okay.
But I just wanted to fit in somewhere and be able to help out, to do something. And one of the worship guys, Jesse, he's like, you know how to run a board? Nope. Nope. And he just kind of walked me through like the basic stuff. And I mean, I still don't know everything about that board either. I mean,
I know, but I've been to a lot of places, and the sound is great here, and I know that there's a lot to it. It's not just to turn the thing on. Right.
Yeah. No. I mean, you definitely gotta be aware of what, like the volume wise and the back feeds and stuff like that. I mean, and I've learned it over the years, and we had another guy here, Chris, that he helped me a bunch through working through, trying to like teaching me different stuff about sound and whatnot. Because I mean, that's what he did for a living. So I learned a lot from him.
You seem to be a learner. You like to learn and go to school and figure things out. I mean,
I wasn't really much of a school person.
Well, no, not school. I'm talking like go to school on education from other people and different things.
I'm a hands-on learner.
That's me too.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. So you think that's a behind the scenes kind of a job, being It's interesting because, listen to me, I think there are some similarities to bullfighting and sound man in church because you can avoid a big wreck.
Yeah.
you have somebody that's messing up and you can change it and you can fix it,
Right.
and you just take care of it.
Yeah. And I've learned, I mean, over the years of how to go about that and not push it too much. I mean, sometimes you're messing with like effects and something like that, and it kind of backfeeds on you a little bit. But
well, no, but I know that it's kind of like something you don't really notice it unless something goes really wrong.
Right.
So it's kind of like your whole goal is to be invisible,
correct,
and not to be noticed. It's like somebody saying, "What's with the sound today?" Nobody ever says that in this building because you're at the board and you're at the home. I think there's a lot of similarities, and maybe I'm just stretching a little bit, but
no, I mean it's right because I mean if like fighting bulls, I mean if you do it right, you can make it look as good as a dance. Honestly,
really,
yeah, I mean you can make it run smooth or you can make it run real bad. Yeah. It can be a train wreck or it can be.
Well, it's such a scary sport. The reason it's so fun to watch is because it's so scary and dangerous. Yeah. I mean, that's the idea, that fun and danger are kind of.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
There has to be a certain amount of danger to be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, sort of. And I know that there's been bad injuries and even fatalities in bullfighting.
Oh, yeah.
And so how do you, what's your prep like to get ready for a match or a bullfight?
I mean, you kind of have your normal routines. Like, I mean, I taped my knee because I stretched my ACL back in 2017.
Okay.
And just have never had the time off really to be able to get it fixed and had the time downtime really. But I went and I did get it worked on. Had some stem cell injections in it.
Okay.
In 19, I think it was.
So you prepare like an athletic prep.
Yeah.
You warm up.
Yep.
Make sure you're
I mean, stretch out and everything like that.
You wear tennis shoes, is it that kind of thing?
Football cleats.
Football cleats.
Some people wear like turf cleats.
Uh-huh.
But I like to have a little more traction than being able to slide around on the top of the dirt.
But I think, boy, I'm so glad you're doing that and I get to watch. It's like my heart just pounds when I see those guys riding bulls, and I just love it. And I love the watch where you get in front of the bulls and you could just get their attention and take them away from the cowboy that's laying on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
After falling.
No, it's good really. I mean, it's like I said, I love it, and I wouldn't trade my freaking passion for anything, honestly.
That's good.
But yeah, I mean, and like I tell people, it's nice to get a paycheck at the end of the day, but I don't do it for the money. Like it's not. It's for me. It's being able to help somebody out, and I mean, it's kind of like the military. Like them guys are out there putting their lives on the line for us to be free. We're putting our lives on the line for them guys to be able to go down the road and keep doing what they love.
Sure. That's awesome. And so you have to initiate taking care of somebody. And that's what you do. And that's what you do in the church and with your sound and all that stuff. That's really awesome.
No, it's good.
So tell me about family life. You're single, but what are you? Are you engaged?
No, I've got a girlfriend.
You got a girlfriend?
Yep.
Okay. Is it?
She got a little girl of her own.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been good, honestly.
What's her name?
Ashley.
Ashley. Okay.
Yep. And then Kendall's the little one. So.
Oh, nice.
But no, it's been good. I mean, we've got horses and stuff like that, and Kendall loves horses.
Nice.
So.
Well, and then you have this instinct inside of you to take care of and protect. I think that's really a cool thing. It makes a good sound man because you protect the service from everything go off the rails, which is a lot less serious than what you're dealing with somebody having an injury.
Right.
But then you take that down to family life and little girl, and you got people to take care of around you. It's a great quality to have, and I just want to congratulate you on that because
thank you.
I think the whole idea of this podcast is just to highlight people who do ministry in church and talk about their vocation outside of that and how it overlaps. And it really does overlap.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Because church life is no different than outside church life. It's just people need protection and help.
Right.
And you're that guy.
Well,
so
thank you.
good job, Slink. And I just want to wrap it up today and just say thanks for all you do around here and just at Shiloh. And if anybody has questions about how to survive a bull, they can ask you.
You can come to me and talk.
You've been hooked. You've been hooked before.
Oh yeah. No. Yep. I got thrown to the wolves when I started fighting bulls, and so
Thrown to the wolves.
yeah.
You mean
we call it that?
Oh,
but
okay.
I started fighting bulls in big bulls.
They just put
that
you
were-
in when you were little.
Well, yeah. I mean,
wow.
I fought big bulls that they didn't care like if you were big or small, like they were still gonna hook you.
Man.
But that's where it makes or breaks you, and I mean, it did it. It made me a bullfighter.
And you're fast, though, right?
Well, you can't outrun a bull.
No,
You can outturn a bull.
so you have to turn sharper.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, well that's cool. Let me have a little closing prayer for you, and for guys out there who have that instinct inside of you to protect and to serve. I just thank Slink for his work here, and don't sit on the sidelines. If you have that instinct in you, act on it and just get engaged. Whether it's sound man or somebody in behind the scenes in church life or in just family life, protection is a really cool calling to have. So,
Yes, sir.
All right. So God, thanks for Erick, and just thank you for his good work with people and serving the church, but also serving his little girl and girlfriend. And we pray that you would just open the door for him in all the areas that he is called to be, and as a protector and as a person who looks out for others. In your name, amen.
Amen.
All right. Well, this has been the Bivo Joe, and it's good to have you, Erick.
Thanks for having me.
Stretch. Slink.
Whichever one you want.
See you next time.